Today we are taking a look at the Fortnite Victory Royale series Ghost Style Brutus, and this is a very big box. Got a lot of accessories, as you can see on the side. We'll flip it around, and he's got even more accessories than what it shows on the side. I've been very excited to get this figure, to open it up, to see exactly what he is like. I got him from Amazon for $38.99. Let's get him out of the box. This figure is classified as a deluxe. If you couldn't tell by all of these accessories laying all over the place, this guy is awesome, and he's got a lot of awesome gear. Some things you can see, some things to assemble, and some things that are hidden. We'll begin looking at the accessories with the harvesting tools. Here we have the hack and slash dual harvesting tools. I'm not sure which one is hack and which one is slash. This one might be hack just because it looks like it should have a serrated edge, and it should be quite painful to be hit with. These are a little rubbery, as you can see right there. They bend around quite well, but they look pretty good. This looks like it's a wood handle, and maybe a little bit more of a shine to the gray parts would make them look more metallic. Next, we have the hench hauler back bling, and this is pretty glossy. It's also pretty heavy, and I've got even a little bit of a black paint up there. Something got smudged, or yeah, it must be smudged. I'm betting this was molded in white. What's cool about this is not only does it peg into Brutus's, is that how you say it, Brutus's back, but you've got spots to hang the hack and slash harvesting tools, and I might be putting them on the wrong side. I'm just sliding them in for the moment, but so you can see kind of how they work. Next, we have the standing target dummy, and as you can see, there's already some holes through there. It's some shots have been fired through this thing, but if you do this, it won't just stand on its own. It's got this, which actually, if you ask me, you could probably make these like some sort of awesome looking skis. I don't know. I just imagine putting a figure here and then they can like do some downhill attached dual skiing. I don't know. But anyway, enough about skiing. This is the base for this standing target dummy. And then this brown piece is the pole that goes between the base and the dummy. You can see there's a couple pegs right there. Flip this around, you can see a couple holes. It just plops, well, not really plops, but snaps right there. And there's even a specific way to plug it in. You can see there's a shape there. And at the base of that pole, you can also see there's some, not really grooves, it's just like a way to know to put it in. And then we've got the targeting dummy. And the final accessory that comes in the box that we can visibly see when we open it up is this really awesome ghost storage chest. And I'm super excited about this. One of the big reasons I am really excited about this is it actually looks really similar to the size of the chest in game. When Jazwares released their ghost chest, it was stunted and only about that wide. It was like a miniature stunted version of the chest. I like that this one is actually wide, and it just looks really awesome. This, if this figure reduces in price or goes on sales, I might buy more just so I can get some of these. I hope Hasbro releases more of these types of chests. In fact, maybe some accessory sets with these chests with accessories or something inside. I love this ghost storage chest. So let's see what's hidden inside. In game, when you open it up, there would be accessories, there would be weapons. We have, like, look at this, a little piece of cardboard is greeting us, so must be hiding a weapon. We'll throw that to the side. That's actually trash. And we've got some stuff inside. Look at this. We've got this item right here. I'm going to bend, the cardboard was helping prevent bending. I'm going to pull this thing out and bend it right up. So, defeats the purpose of that cardboard. But here we have a scoped assault rifle with the red line wrap. That looks really nice. The white and then just that little red line right there. It's pretty easy to identify, actually. I like the look of this gun. This is great. And I like how this has a mold indentation specifically for that weapon. That's really cool. It holds it really well. The only thing is, I think the negative side is you just might end up bending parts of the barrel or the scope when you try to get it out. There's a peg right there which goes through the trigger, and that's how that's held in. But that's very nice. Next, we've got what looks to be a 3-part mechanism. This looks, there you go, you can see it there. That looks to be a handle. This looks to be not a look at that, those are really loose. I'm pretty sure we've gotten one of these guns before. And then the final piece here, it looks to be a barrel. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's finish looking here at this chest. This is really cool. So you've got a molded indentation there. You've got some molded indentations there. So does that mean you can't use it for anything else? Nonsense. If you reach in right there, you can pull this out and you've got a greater use. You've got a actual storage container here for stuff. You might be able to pull this out, but it's a little bit more stuck. I would say that's not as big of a deal. Now you see these are the handles for this. So when you shut it up, you could actually have characters pick it up and you could do some pictures of them carrying the chest, one here and one there. These also fold down like that and push up just like that. And yeah. And then I believe that kind of helps lock it. No, I guess it doesn't really lock it. It just is a way to tuck the handles in. It doesn't look like it can be locked. But this is a nice little chest. I really like it. Let's get this out of here. And it probably is a little bit different when you've got this inner part there. It just sets in there. It doesn't even click in, just sets in there. Yeah, it looks like it's more difficult to shut this with those up. We'll get that shut, we'll pop those in there, and then you've got your handles tucked away. Now, let's look at this thing. This, I'm guessing, is Brutus's minigun. And this also has the red line wrap. You can see it's mostly white with the several red lines that are on it. Looks like, not knowing exactly what I'm doing, it looks like this slides right down in there. It can rotate. It's kind of rubbery, so you want to be, if that's as far down as it goes, you're going to want to be careful not to put a lot of stress there, because that's pretty wobbly and weak. Then back here I see there's a hole and there's a peg on this handle, so not knowing exactly which way to put it, let's see. Yeah, I think it might be that way. There is a bit of a slanted diagonal there, and it will nudge right up against that, so he can put his hand here and hold it there, and he can go minigun crazy. This is really cool. And again, this rotates. This is a little bit wobbly there with that connection point, so you're not going to want to be real rough with this. Using the tape measure here, we can see that this figure stands just under 7 inches tall. Here we see him next to a DC Multiverse figure and a Halo Spartan collection figure. Here we see him standing next to a Marvel Legends figure, a G.I. Joe Classified, and a Star Wars Black Series. And next to a wrestling figure and an Action Force figure. And finally next to Jazwares Fortnite regular Legendary Series figure and Brawlers Legendary Series figure. One of the main reasons I've been super anxious for this Ghost Brutus figure is not because I really like the skin. In fact, I'm really not a fan of this skin. I never use this skin in-game. I don't even really like it. I like it in action figure form. I think he looks cool. But one of the big reasons is I wanted to see how a Hasbro Brutus figure compared to a Jazwares Brutus figure, because there are things about this figure I don't like, and mostly it has to do with articulation. For example, one of the big glaring points of articulation that bug me is the elbows. Jazwares put a single pin there, and Hasbro has put double pin. And I think in my review video of this figure, I was actually talking about why doesn't this have a double pinless joint there. And we get to compare it with a double pinless joint with the same figure. Now it's interesting, this one is just a little bit shorter than the Jazwares Brutus. So let's do a quick articulation comparison. We have Jazwares Brutus, and his arm can go up, hopefully he doesn't fall down, about that far. We have Hasbro's Brutus, and oh my goodness, night and day. Look at that range. Oh man, which figure right now would you prefer? Who do you want to make your Fortnite figures with this kind of range? Look at this. I knew we could have better elbow articulation on a Brutus figure. I just knew we could. And yeah, you know, it might look a little funky. I mean, look at that massive elbow here. I mean, it's a really massive elbow. But it's a trade-off, and I will accept that trade-off for being able to twist his or bend his elbow up that far. It looks like he's gonna like fall over. It's a good thing this figure's not pure white, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see him. I mean, it's kind of difficult. So yeah, I just think right there, neither of these figures actually stand up super well. You've got to work on the balancing just a little bit. Now, one cool thing is we've got this figure. You know we're going to get either a Shadow Brutus or a regular Brutus. And right now, truthfully, okay, so here's my thought. I believe that we will get a Shadow Brutus from Hasbro as opposed to default, but I would sure like a default Brutus from Hasbro instead. The reason I say that is Jazwares did put out this version, the default version, and so Shadow would be the logical choice because that figure is not around yet. So let's take a look. This is a big guy. You know, in game he is a big dude, and it's always been kind of curious the articulation of a figure based off the character. So he can look down, yeah, about that. He can look up, yeah, about that. So back and forth, up and down neck articulation's not awesome, but rotation is awesome. You know, he do a little exorcist thing right there. He can spin that head all the way around. The tie on this figure, let's come in here just a little bit. Let's zoom in here, and I hope you can see. We'll pull this coat back a little bit, and look at that design. There is like designs all over. He's got a premium, expensive shirt on. This guy's got money to spend on nice things, because that's got some very nice texture. He's got this tie. It's attached up here, not down there. He does have the ab crunch, and unfortunately, with that ab crunch, let's see, I'm trying to get him to bend at the ab crunch. That's about as far as he goes. Going backwards, that's about as far as he goes. The waist rotates quite well, but there's also a ball joint, so he wiggles around back and forth a little bit. Surprisingly, this massive dude has some great flexibility. Look at that. He can do the splits like almost nobody in the world. Rotation at the thigh, double pinless knee. Check this out. He can almost kick his own rear end. Almost. But for a guy this size, I think he's got some pretty good pinless knee joints. Now, down here at the ankle, he has three things going on. He has a rotation up in the pant. He's got a hinge, which is actually not bad at all. Kind of a soft rubber foot. And there is a pivot, so you want to be careful. He may step on a rock and twist his ankle. But he's got some good stuff going on here. Notice that there are no pins, there are no holes in the ankles, wow, I can't talk today. There are no holes in the bottom of the feet. Not that we've got very many things to peg these figures on, except there is a motorboat coming. So he may be out of luck. This ghost Brutus may not be getting to go out on the river for fun. He's got some pretty nice, we may bring in Jazwares Brutus again, but look at that. He's got some really pretty nice side crunch butterfly. I can't talk, oh my goodness. Lifts his arms up, puts them down, rolls them around, all about pretty cool. And he's got the ghost symbol right there on his right shoulder. I love this figure. It's a big beefy white suit figure. He is awesome. Loving this figure, and there he goes. So we've got this minigun. Oh, you can crank his fingers open pretty good too. Surely, with this awesome articulation on the elbows, I'm not ever going to not talk about, not ever. I think that was a double negative. I'm always going to be talking about that. So this is pretty, here's something. This is really soft. So you're going to have to do some careful manipulation as you slide these grips into the hands, so you don't break or bend, or there we go. I think I got it. It looks kind of funny at the moment, but let's see if we can rotate, articulate. Got to articulate. I don't think it has to be straight on. Let's get him sideways. Let's bend him back a little bit. because this is his jam, is his minigun. That may be too far back. There we go. We got Brutus up with his minigun. Oh, it doesn't rotate as fast as I wanted it to. And this disconnected. And this is what I was a little concerned about right there. So you're moving it around, trying to hook it in the hands too much, and it will pop right off. That's a little disappointing. Maybe we can figure out how to deal with that later. Let's pop his back bling on. Gotta line that sucker up with his back hole. It kind of sounds wrong. His back hole. His backhoe. I don't know. We'll give him this lovely scoped assault rifle. Tucks right in so easy. He's holding his scoped assault rifle. Let's give him, we'll call this the hack. Let's call this the hack, because, you know, you're hacking stuff, right? There we are. We'll put him in a weird pose, just so he'll stand. The backpack, the back bling. This is a practice in patience of balance. There we go. And there we go. There's his target dummy. This is Ghost Brutus, a really cool looking figure. I'm not finding much wrong with this figure. I'm thinking this is a pretty good one. Hasbro just knocks it out of the park. Almost every single time, we won't talk about Jules' shirt. Okay, he just died. The target dummy won. There we go. Stand, Brutus. Cool stuff. Love this chest. I am I don't need this. This is just fun little accessory. Love the chest. Love the look of the... This just might win me over to this style. Anyway, thank you for watching. That is all I've got for you. We will see you in the next video.